What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Mark Cantonini here with Matitz Leishniak here for a special edition of All Mic'd Up. Well, Matitz, it's been 5.5 years since I've done an All Mic'd Up when we were together in the Northwoods League with the Rockford Rivets. Kind of crazy after all these years we're back together and you had the idea to do one of these interviews, and I'm really glad you did. Welcome back to All Mic'd Up.
Yeah, feels great. 5.5 years. It's been 2017 now. And now on the other side of the world as well.
Yeah, so from Rockford, Illinois to Perth in Western Australia, that's where we're doing this interview from. Well, Matitz, we've both been through, we've both been around a lot in the baseball world since our days in the Northwoods League. So since 2017, just take me through where you've been in baseball and where has this game taken you over the last 5.5 years?
Well, mostly it's taken me like around Europe, so Italy, Croatia, Serbia, Germany, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Ireland, Russia as well. So just like pretty much a lot of countries back in Europe and now Australia as well.
Love it. So for those who don't know, when Matitz and I were together in the Northwoods League in 2017, I was broadcasting, I was the voice of the Rockford Rivets, and Matitz was, I know in the last interview you did, I called you sort of a super utility player because you caught, you played some third base, you even pitched that year, so you're doing a little bit of everything. So take me back to our time together in the Northwoods League back in 2017, because we've spent most of this week reminiscing and just going through old memories, talking about some of the guys that we were out in Rockford with, some of the the towns we went through with the team. Just a lot of fun we had. What were some of your favorite memories out in the Northwoods League?
I mean, overall, the whole league and the whole experience was just super fun. I would say, everyone has like their personal memories, so pretty much like some games just stick to you. Maybe like I'm not a big pitcher, but the time that I had to pitch definitely stays with me. But pretty much just for someone who came from Slovenia just to play Northwoods, pretty much every opportunity that I got still sticks with me, every memory. But the friendships, some of them I'm still in touch with, some of the guys that I played with. Of course, I'm still in touch with you. Pretty much, that's it. But Northwoods just, anyone who knows about anything about Northwoods knows it's a big-ass league and, a lot of different cities to go to.
How would you say that you've grown as a baseball player in the last 5.5 years since playing for the Rivets?
Probably, the whole Rockford Rivets, that they gave me the opportunity to come there and play there, kind of elevated the whole game, showing me a new level of baseball, which it's just not seen in Europe. So all of that gave me a little bit of like fire to learn more deeply about mechanics, about the game itself, and just different stuff like that.
So you spent some time playing in the States, of course, a lot of time in Europe where you're from, playing in a bunch of different countries. How did you end up in Australia this year?
Well, Australia was always a personal goal of mine. I do have a couple of buddies who played here also now like 4 or 5 years ago, and they just told me like it's a great time, the people are nice, the leagues are good, and plus that whole playing year-round kind of thing. So you basically start the season in Europe, let's say in March, and you play all the way to September, come out to Australia, play from October back to March, and then do it all again. And all of that just kind of was a goal of mine, and I just wanted to do it and try to get in touch with a couple of clubs. Wembley Magpies was the first one to kind of offer me a contract, and I said, yeah, let's do it.
So the way that we both ended up out in Australia this year, of course, Matitz playing with the Magpies out here in the State League in Australia on the western side in Perth. Now, I got out to Australia this year to broadcast for the Melbourne Aces in the Australian Baseball League on the eastern coast. So I was like, got to make some time to fly out across the country, see my guy 5.5 years later. So we made it happen. What's this experience been like out in Australia playing here in Perth?
Well, it's definitely something new because, usually this kind of time you have your off season kind of to rebuild the body back up for a season, but like just playing it through, it's great fun. I think we have a great group of guys. We have a lot of fun on the field and off the field. Overall, like there's a lot of traveling with it. You get to see a lot of things because there are not games every weekend, so you can make some free time, explore some things like go up to sand dunes, go sandboarding, or maybe go to some really nice beaches down south or somewhere else, or maybe fly out to eastern side and go maybe check out Sydney as well.
All right, so you just, I think you read my mind because I always end these interviews making whoever's doing the interview with me play a game called Top 5, and you got to do a list of 5 through 1. Now, you already started rattling off some cool stuff that you've done out here in Australia. My question for you is, what are the top 5 things you've done off the baseball field here in Australia?
Definitely going formula racing.
Okay.
That's my top one. I would say going down to Esperance, the Lucky Bay Beach, one of the, I would say, the nicest beach I ever saw in my life, with the kangaroos at the beach as well. That's 2, probably. You know, Australia is known for a forklift certified as well, so that's kind of a new experience for me as well. So I would put it in as well. I would go whale watching.
Right.
And probably the last one is just Walkus at Rottnest Island. That's a great experience as well.
I love it. I got to say, I've been out in Australia for about 4 months now, and seeing the quokkas on Rottnest Island the other day was easily a top 5 experience for me as well. But thanks for rattling off those 5, Matisse, and thanks for taking the time on All Mic'd Up. How about it, 5.5 years later?
Yeah, who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah. Matisse Leshniak, I'm Michael Mark Cantini. That's a wrap for All Mic'd Up, and as always, screws are still hot.